Welcome to Cinemondo with Kathy and Ramesh. Ramesh is back. Yay!
Hello. How are you guys doing?
It's all been great. You missed all the good stuff.
Yes, apparently I did.
You did. You missed all the big ones. But we got another big one. Pallichattambi. Very excited for this. Tovino Thomas is always at the top of my list. He's such a great actor. I love him in so many things. He has such great range. So I'm always looking forward to seeing a movie he's in. And granted, they're not all great, but many are. And I think he's done some of the bigger Malayalam movies.
I mean, he's always been like a very good actor in a couple of movies that I've seen, and I've loved him in Loka.
Yes.
He's the
yes.
He plays that imp or somebody.
Yeah, that's right. He was walking upside down in the sea. He was so funny. And then he did that little teaser too, like he's coming back for a major role. He was in there with someone else. They did that great. Yeah, they're going to be the two kind of background characters are now going to be the lead characters, which I love.
Yes.
So funny. And then he was also in that really huge movie about the flood, 2018.
2018, yeah.
Yes, he was in 2018, and that movie was just devastating. Oh my God, he was so good in that. That was the kind of the next level kind of acting where you just have to be really kind of natural. You're a hero, but you can't be too like hero because it's not. He was just a normal guy, and he was doing all these great things, just trying to help people, and so. He was great in that, but he has incredible range. He's always good. So, yay. Another Tovino Thomas movie.
It's interesting, it's called Pallichattambi, which literally or, it translates to a person who protects the church. Okay. I guess. Please feel free to collect me, the audience.
Oh, they will.
So,
don't worry.
Yeah. Looks like it's there was some news about it saying that it's a gritty period drama, happening in 1950s. Basically, there is this, it's about a complex man navigating like power structures and all, how the story blends. That's something that we have to see. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so maybe we can just jump into it and see.
Okay, let's take a look at this and see what we get. Here we go.
ശാപം കിട്ടിയ മണ്ണാ അത്. നിന്നോട് ഞാൻ എത്ര തവണ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് അങ്ങോട്ടൊന്നും നോക്കാനേ പാടില്ലെന്ന്.
ഈ ക്രിസ്റ്റഫർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പദത്തിന്റെ അർത്ഥം അറിയാമോ നിനക്ക്? ക്രിസ്തുവിനെ ചുമക്കുന്നവൻ.
സർവേശ്വരൻ അനുഗ്രഹിച്ചെന്ന ഈ ദേവാലയത്തിന്മേൽ ഒരു ചെകുത്താന്റെ നിഴൽ പോലും വീഴില്ല.
മനുഷ്യനും ചെകുത്താനും നേർക്കനേര് നിൽക്കനെടുത്ത് ദൈവത്തിനെന്ത് കാര്യം?
He looks rugged.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Beautiful shots in that. Like there's the action, but then there's those beautiful little in-between shots that I just love seeing. Just some elegant. I love the big sky with the person just in the middle of the field. So pretty. Little quiet.
That's true. Definitely, I feel some kind of socio-political conflict happening. It's coming from Tovino Thomas. Apparently, he's part of a group. Yeah, there is like strong survival thing going on. They want to be represented or they want to survive. So
everybody just wants to survive. They just want to have a good life. It's not that hard. But when a guy comes driving in a Mercedes, it's bad news. It's not good.
Yeah.
You can instantly see a villain when you see that.
That's true. It's kind of interesting because lately people haven't touched those period where, they started shooting, doing period dramas from 1950s or 60s.
Yeah, what is that?
Once in a while you do see that movies. Maybe it is a part, based on something part true, part fiction kind of a thing. Because if they want to set it in that particular period. And also it comes down to the fact that how well they are able to showcase that in the movie. Yeah. If somebody says it's a period drama, I just want to feel that too.
Yeah.
So
it's got to be authentic, and a lot of times it involves a lot more production. Considerations like you have to have a certain like cadence in the speaking is different. You have to deal with the environment, what was happening at the time. Like there were certain city skylines that don't work anymore. There's and the easy ones like cars and technology and whatever. You have to really get that right, and you can't take for granted like the things that oh, they didn't have cars back then, or they didn't have telephones back then. Well, what were they using, and what were they using in these areas? And it was all just very different. So it's always a whole lot more complicated. And fashion, let alone the fashion, it's a whole different thing. It's like, I don't know, but that looked really cool. I still don't quite understand what it is. Like you said, it's something like where he's going to try and, protect the village from some kind of encroaching, big rich people coming in. It looks like, as they do, to abuse the poor people, the disenfranchised. So always need people to come forward and be heroes. Never sorry to see that. So we have a few posters to look at.
Yeah.
I like this one because you don't see illustrated posters very often. So we have like an
That's
illustration.
true.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a very long time since I've seen such kind of a poster.
Yeah. We pitch them all the time. We do movie posters. Everybody wants to do an illustrated poster, but they hardly ever do. Like, it just never gets approved. I don't know why. But I love you see the church way back there. I love the fields are all red. Got like almost like embers or those petals flying around. I don't know. It's really cool. Nice, really cool illustration. I really like that. And then the other one is more what you're expecting, like the two of them, and they got to make sure they look happy because nobody wants to see a depressing movie. So usually it's like, make sure they're smiling, and they, colors are nice, and we have a cow back there, and you see, this is sort of like this was life before, is what's looking like. We all kind of had a pretty decent farm life, and we got around on our bikes, and we had like everything we needed, and now of course the Mercedes comes and it's all goes to hell, which is as it should. So those are the two posters. Clearly, they're both like dramas, drama posters, and one is a little lighter tone. So they're trying to come in on both angles because that poster where they're all smiling, you didn't see a lot of that in this trailer. It was like, no.
I like this raw and rugged look of Tovino Thomas. I mean, he's kind of he's representing that particular. He's a for the people kind of a thing. So
he's a hero, man.
He's a commoner. He's a commoner.
He's a common hero.
Yeah.
No, it looks good. I love seeing movies where a person comes forward and helps everyone. I think it's inspiring for everybody to see that. So it's always good to know there's people like that exist. Even if it's just in a movie, it helps shine a light on people who are maybe doing these things quietly in the background in small areas. You never know. But look beautifully shot. Looks like a lot going on in that movie. Love to know more. If you guys have more detail about the background of the movie, let us know.
Yep.
Love to hear more about it.
Anything that we can learn about, because I just read it's a period drama. So is it anything specific?
Yeah.
Any incident related or people or anything? Just let us know.
Yeah. Is there any true? Is this based on anything true? Is this like, or did are these kind of things happen all the time? I'd love to know more about this because it seems very specific. And Thomas was 2018, which was a true story too, and he was a hero in that. So you never know.
Yep.
All right. Let us know what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.